Hello, YouTube family. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad to have you here. Got a great weekend ahead of us now. It's September 19th. It's almost 5:30 on a Friday night. I've got about an hour's drive. I'm headed out of town to a nice reservoir that I fish a lot. It has sturgeon, crappie, bass, trout, perch. It's got about anything. My hope is to get up there, kind of set up camp, and then I'd like to do a catch and cook tonight. So I'm hoping to catch just maybe 2 or 3 crappie and fillet them up and show you this new recipe that I've been using for about the last year or so. I like it so much. I actually cook this thing once a week. I absolutely love it. You can use it for any whitefish, crappie, perch, bass, halibut. I've used it for a lot. In fact, I've even done it with salmon, and it works. It's anyway, won't tell you anymore. You'll see it tonight. So if you stick around, you can get a new recipe. Plus, I'm hoping to have a good time. So come along for the ride. It's just me and my dog Happy. We're in the Bronco this weekend, and I am pulling the boat. So we're gonna have a good time. So stay with us, and you'll see what happens. Okay, just made it out here to strike. We've got about an hour of sunlight before it goes down, so my whole goal is to go out here and just catch a little bit of fish to use for our catch and cook tonight. So wish me luck, and I'll get back with you and let you know how we do. I've only got about another 20 minutes of light, and I haven't caught a single fish yet, but I'm seeing them on the live scope here. So hopefully we'll get some and have something for dinner. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, well, I got 2 small crappie, and I'm gonna get those cleaned up, and we are gonna make a little dinner. It looks a lot lighter on the camera here, but it's actually getting pretty dark, and I've got about a 10-minute ride back. So anyway, I'm gonna head back in, but I'll catch you when we're making dinner. As I pulled into camp after fishing, I discovered that there was a burn ban going on, and you weren't allowed to have any campfires, which kind of put a little bit of a damper on the evening. But I decided, hey, I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and try to make this video, and I'm more than anything, I was starving, so I wanted to make my favorite dish. Here I am pouring the rice into a little Ziploc bag. The pot next to me, I've got about an inch of water that I'm boiling, trying to get it hot. Basically, I make the rice at home, and then I use that. I just drop the little bag of rice into the pot as a way to heat it up and to kind of start steaming it. Here I am starting to cut up the aromatics. Green onions adds an awesome flavor to the fish, and it also gives a big pop. The color is beautiful, and it just you're going to see this, and you've got to try it at home. Now, next to the green onions, I have a fresh thumb of ginger here, and peel the ginger, and then basically I slice it as thin as I can and cut them into very thin, small strips. There goes the rice into the little pot of boiling water, and decided to kind of just break it up a little bit with my hands before I put it in. It'll keep it nice and fluffy when it gets ready to serve. So here I'm using one of those little metal steaming baskets. If you're at home, you could use like a bamboo steamer, or I actually use one of these at home as well. It's very nice. You lay the fish out, whatever kind of fish you're going to use. In this case, it's those crappie. Lay them out into the basket. Then I put the green onions and ginger on top, because you're going to steam them all together, and they add a great flavor to the fish. And then I pour on some sweet soy sauce, kind of as a form of marinating it, but I put it on and let it sit for a minute before I throw it in the steamer. Soy sauce is amazing. If you make it by yourself, you can just take regular soy sauce and add a little bit of sugar and some seasoning. Just Google Chinese sweet soy sauce, and there's a lot of recipes out there, but I happen to buy this at the store. It just says Kikkoman sweet soy sauce. Then I add a little bit of salt as well. Not necessary if you don't like a lot of salt, because the soy sauce has salt in it. There it is. The rice is good and hot now. So I set that there. Normally I'd pour it onto the plate, but with all those bugs, I was trying to keep it clean. Set the fish into the steamer, and this only takes like 30 seconds. It doesn't take very long. That hot steam in there will just cook the fish right up. It's now ready. So time to plate the rice. And do this while you're not letting the bugs land in it. That was a full-time job. Then I just put the fish and the ginger and the green onions on top of the rice. And then I like to take and just put a little bit more of the soy sauce on top, just to finish seasoning it. I tell you, there is nothing like this. It's so much healthier than trying to bread it and deep fry it, but it's a good healthy way to eat the fish, and it's absolutely delicious. So if you like to catch crappie, bass, perch, any of that, and looking for a good recipe, you got to give this a try. It's absolutely wonderful. The fishing was absolutely incredible. I was catching crappie left and right. Basically, I was just using these little tungsten jig heads with these little blue and white bodies, about 1.5 inches long, and watching them on the live scope. I was targeting the specific fish I was trying to catch and just having a great time. It was absolutely fun. There was even a couple times where I had doubles on, where I'd pull it up and have 2 fish at a time. Something about crappie fishing, when it's good, it is so good. And you have so much fun, and they're so good to eat. It's best kind of fishing out there, and definitely it's something if you've got a grandson or a son or a daughter or granddaughter or neighbor's kid or somebody that really wants to get into fishing, it's a great way to take a child out and let them catch a lot of fish and have a lot of fun. It was about breakfast time here. I was getting hungry, so you can see I pulled out the Mountain House breakfast. It was basically like a granola with blueberries. I had never had this before, but I wanted to try it and wasn't disappointed. It was absolutely delicious. Loved it. I've enjoyed most of the Mountain House meals, with just a few exceptions. But for the most part, it was pretty good. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I love taro, and there's nothing better than a nice hot drink when you're out there. This was kind of a cool morning, and so made some of that and just went along with my granola and just made for an awesome day. Gotta love it. Had such an amazing day and caught so many fish. The cleaning station happened to be shut down there at the campground, so I decided to just anchor up, and I was going to flay the fish right here on the boat. But I decided that while I was doing that, I was going to cast out and try for some sturgeon. Well, sure enough, I hooked up, and it was amazing. I fought this thing for about 15 minutes, and I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing. I'll edit it out a little bit, but absolutely fun. I had forgot just how powerful these monsters were. This thing hooked up, and then he just started running, just started taking line. I was afraid it was going to spool me, so I tried to hold down with my thumb. They're just so powerful, you just can't. So I ended up just letting him run. I ended up taking off my spot lock and just drifting down river because I was afraid I was going to lose the line. But I'm literally pushing down so hard with my thumb until it started to burn. I have to raise it up. But these big prehistoric monsters that we have here in the Snake River in Idaho are absolutely beautiful. They're amazing fish, and it's just awesome to be able to just be part of it, to see them, to touch them, to feel them, and then of course to let them go. Absolutely love these amazing beauties.
By this time, my lower back was getting so sore and my biceps were absolutely on fire, and I was just having the time of my life. It's so awesome just to hook into these fish and to just fight them until either you or the fish gives up and they come in. So awesome. You got to give it a whirl. And there you have it. What an incredible trip this was, capped off by landing this magnificent 6'5" sturgeon. I'm so grateful for moments like these. It just reminds us of how awesome nature is and just how great of a time we can have just barely outside our own doors. If there's one thing I want to encourage you all to do is to get out there and embrace life, whether you're camping, fishing, overlanding, or just exploring your local parks. Take these opportunities to connect with nature and yourself. Life is too short to sit on the sidelines. So get out there and take life by the horns and have a little bit of fun.